What's up, Pisces? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your 2025 predictions, 6 months predictions. I hope all is well, Pisces. I'm using the Hive Tarot to deliver, Hive Tarot 4, actually, to deliver your messages for the predictions for 2025. We're just going to take a look at the first 6 months. Also, I'm going to be throwing a card on each of those months using the Lenormand deck that was created by Paris de Bono to give us more information. So I have gone ahead and reversed 5 of these cards here. There's only 22 major arcana, so we're just going to cleanse the energies from doing Aquarius's messages for 2025. And we're going to start with you. All right. So what is coming up for my fishes? What do they have to look forward to in 2025? The very first 6 months. Okay. Information for Pisces. Information for Pisces. All right, so since it's a small deck here, Pisces, I'm just going to cut once. And then, oh, let me see. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to lay the cards down here. We're going to begin. And what we're going to focus on for January is going to be the major arcana, the Magician. Actually, the Magician in the reverse position is pretty good. It came up for another sign that I read for, and I could only extract positive things. So let me just tell you that the Magician, or show you what the Magician looks like here from the creative artist's aspect here. So yeah, in the reverse, the Magician simply means to me that there is some sort of achievement or accomplishment of having to acquire whatever it is that you have prior or previously manifested, or you know whatever your wants were, whatever your desires were. It may come to you in the month of January because you have kept the faith and you have acquired patience. That's how I'm reading the reversal of this Magician. Also, too, it's a stronger emphasis here for you, Pisces, to know that in the month of January, there's nobody who's going to come along, or anybody that you're dealing with, that's going to be able to pull the wool over your eyes. So, on the negative end of this Magician, I always say you have to be careful of those strangers or those people who are close to you, whether it's family members, friends, romantic partners, because these people are very keen at extracting, controlling and manipulating. Well, with the reversal of this Magician here, that trips the negative energy of those people who are closest to you, or even involving strangers. That means January's focus would be that you will be very keen at keeping people from doing the things that I had just mentioned. And also, too, whatever it is that you have previously put out there to the universe or your higher source of whoever you pray to may come to you because the desire is met. The manifestation is going to be met, right? That is your January's focus. I like that. All right, so looks like we have another reversal. So your focus in the month of February, Valentine's month, has a lot to do with the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit, let me show you what the Hermit looks like in the upright position. It's still neutral energy to me in a reversal. Some of you, I always talk about you want to spend time alone, detach energy from people and things, and could be any means of any forms of meditation, just catching up, reading a book or something like that. Just downtime, me time, alone time. Now in the month of February, that's the complete opposite. So if you have anything going on in the month of February, I feel that the exchange of energy is related to having to either acquire or achieved anything that you may have had to detach from previously, even if it was just, regarding superficial or deep energy in terms of, thoughts connected to something. This is the month where you come out of that energy. You're not wanting to, spend time by yourself. You want to be with others. You want to definitely put your energy out there. Again, it may have something to do directly with Valentine's. It may have something to do with, coming to arrive to some sort of completion, to some form of question that you may have posed to yourself, and you come up with the answer. The lantern, even though you can't see the lantern, I always say it's the light at the end of the tunnel. This is usually you receive, all right? You coming out. Because in the upright, it's just temporary energy anyway, right? You just need a moment alone. It could be in the form of meditation, have to do some soul searching or something like that. Here, when it's in the reverse, you don't need to be alone. You want to be around others. You may have arrived at anything that you had to do some soul searching on, okay? So you come out with a lot of clarity and definitely know exactly what direction you want to move in. And so I feel that in the month of February, you just want to be around people, having to spend some quality time with those that are closest to you and whatnot. You may have arrived at the answer that you sought to seek within from prior months, and now you have a clearer perspective moving forward, okay, in terms of what to do. If it is involving an actual connection with people, or if it's just something related to a project or something that you got going on, all right? So your focus in the month of March here for you, Pisces, relates to the Temperance card. So March is a balanced energy here, so restoring some sort of peace, rebalancing things for you also represents relationships. And, I always talk about the Temperance, equating that energy, her, with the, Mother Nature. So you just could be spending more time outdoors in Mother Nature, enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty. This would represent your birthday month, right? Pisces, leading into your birthdays. So feeling at peace, loving yourself, knowing what your value is, and then having to, know all of those things. It has a lot to do with respecting yourself as well. And then those people that are closest to you will know your worth, your value, and respect you as well. This card also, too, represents relationships of all kinds. All right. So March is the focus of having to restore peace of mind. Could be anything of coming to a better understanding of what your worth is and how it represents to other people, what your value is. Feeling at peace, loving yourself, loving others, and all of that good stuff. All right, so the focus for some of you in the month of April falls on the Lovers. Okay, so didn't fall in February, but that's all right. April's here. And the Lovers, already is all about partnerships. It's all about quality time being spent, whether it's with romantic partners, family members, friends, business partners. In the month of April, I feel that, your interactions in dealing with people that you are connected to or have to deal with along the way is going to be okay, because this is usually an even level of playing energy for me, as I always call it. So nothing disturbs you, nothing disrupts you. Everybody is on the same plane here. All right. The Lovers has the ability, the very unique ability, to not only unite romantic partners, bring in platonic friendships, and definitely business partnerships as well. But then, you throw in that quality when you're spending good times with your family. All of that is incorporated here with the Lovers. All right, so that is April's focus. May's focus for some of my fishes out there may relate to this is your own energy. The High Priestess is in the reverse. So in the month of May, you guys, even though you're very intuitive and stuff like that, you may not be trusting your intuition, because the reversal of the High Priestess is all about your intuition. Having to trust your intuitions. I feel that the reversal of this in the month of May may be the focus for some of you, of having not to trust your gut feelings and your inner voices, and just doing what you feel, going right along with whatever, okay? And then hopefully there's no missteps or mishaps behind that, because I always, suggest to you guys to, pay attention to your intuition. And because this high priestess represents you, Pisces, specifically, there may be a situation here where, you're not giving into those prompts. You're not feeling those prompts. You're disregarding those prompts. Whether or not that, turns out to be a costly mistake, it remains to be seen. But also, too, anything that was kept from you in terms of a secret, or, you were shielding secrets from someone, or you knew secrets about someone, that energy comes to being expressed as well. Okay, that energy is unlocked. Same type of energy in terms of secrets being kept or shielded from you by others. You'll find out that situation. Okay, I feel that there is some Pisces that I'm speaking to may have the ability to be patient concerning a specific situation or manner, because I always say that the advice of the high priestess in the upright is to make sure that you are acquiring some sort of patience, giving yourself more patience and time regarding a situation or a problem. Here in the reverse, that's a disregard for the patience regarding a problem or something, specific. Okay, so that is your focus in the month of May. Your focus in the month of June may relate to, for some of you, the Judgment card here. The Judgment is actually pretty good because the Judgment is the awakening card, right? And even though the creative artist designed this, I don't even know what's going on here, it's still, regarded as the Judgment card. But if you look at the typical tarot, you always see people coming up, arising from the grave. So, okay, things that were once hidden from you come to the light. But this card here also represents having to awaken Pisces to some sort of sleep or stupor state that you may have been in, and now it's time for you to forge ahead. Now, that could be forging ahead with any plans or goals, trying to achieve something. Okay, you're still going to be spiritually watched over and protected, but also to your interactions. Some things that you discover about yourself that you didn't know before could be positive or negative, or some things that you discover about others that you didn't know before, that too can be positive or negative. But I feel that the majority focus here is on spiritual energy and spiritual protectiveness in the month of June, and also having to come awake and come out of a stupor state or a sleep state to move forward with some sort of achievement of a goal. Okay, and making sure that no matter what's going on here, whether you're interacting with other people or things associated with yourself, stay positive here, Pisces, and also to interactions with other people, you have to be positive, because the Judgment card is still the card of karma. What you put out there is what you're going to get back. But I feel that in the month of June, this is you awakening to something that you may have slept on far too long, and now you're ready to move forward with that, whether it's a project, whether it's a relationship, so forth. All right, so let's shuffle up this Lenomo deck here. Just going to throw one card for additional messages for you, Pisces, and we'll see what's going to take place here. Messages for Pisces. Yeah, there's only 20 cards in this deck. All right, so first card and message that's going to land on the Reverse Magician in January. We have, you got luck on your side. The clover always represents luck, money. It could be 3 adorers. It could be 3 sexual partners. In the month of March, this is what the clover represents. Luck is going to be on your side, and maybe including money, luck and money, okay? That 3 may be significant as well. Focus for you in the month of February on the reversed hermit, we have the moon. So this is your energy here. And so the moon is still regarded as emotions. So, this here relates to your intuition, like the High Priestess in the reverse. So it could be for some of you a very emotional month. There's changes that could be occurring, but it could be a good emotional month for you, or it could be a terrible emotional month for you. All depends if whether or not you're not able to put your emotions or keep your emotions in check. Always be watchful out on those emotions in February. Now, unlike the High Priestess in the reverse, because that's a stronger energy here, and even though this would be equated to the moon in the tarot, it's still secrets becoming revealed, secrets becoming illuminated. What was kept from you now is going to be, coming to you. So that could still be likes and crushes when it comes to romance. Anything that was kept from you, hidden from you, becomes illuminated, possibly in the month of February. So that is, part of your focus here. So in the month of March, on Temperance, we have the card of the Sun. The Sun is the most powerful card in the Lenormand, and the Tarot. So, this is about you having to acquire a lot of happiness, success, yes answer to all questions, feeling energized. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it at bay there. That is about you becoming happy, successful, childlike. We're not going to throw in the health and stuff, even though this is my health card. This would be my health card in the Lenormand deck. But more importantly is anything in terms of happiness. A great deal of happiness. It also could be blessings as well as healings taking place. I forgot to mention too, when the lily showed up for another sign, the lilies in this deck represents healing as well. All right, so that's March, the Sun. Up on the Lovers in the month of April here for you, Pisces, we have the Other Man. Okay, but this also too represents career. So it could be business. It could be Pisces changing careers, Pisces being promoted in their careers. All right. Now, there may be another person who is a male that is significant in terms of, either helping you with your career, or they have something important to do with a job offer or a promotion. Okay. For romantic partners, this could be the other man in a relationship that you got someone else on the side. That could be the side boo. And he would be a fire sign, Leo. You got Leo the lion here. So it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. All right, on the month of May, High Priestess, we have, here's the Lily. Wow, talked it right on up. Lily's about sexual attraction. Lily is also about, could be receiving actual flowers. It's an offering, so it could be a job offer. It could be an offer of a new relationship. Healing is involved here, or someone could be retiring. This is always about people having to retire or think about retirement from their work. It's a card that also represents beauty. Okay, anyone managing beauty shops or anything like that, it could be what I'm seeing, or gift shops. For the month of June here for you, Pisces, and the very last card for this spread for the 2025 predictions from me, chattering takes place. This is the birds. It always represents chit-chattering, so I feel that some of you are just going to be, not only the chit-chatter, even though we have the stars here in this deck, I also see the chattering as part of communication and networking. So that could still be the internet, social media, having to communicate a lot, having to, and it's with multiple people. So it could be through the direct communications, person to person, or it could be anything related to phone calls, emails, text messages coming through. Just a busy month when it comes to communication. That's what I'm seeing with the birds in the month of June. All right. All right, so this is what I have for you, Pisces. Again, this is just me interpreting these messages here. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Once again, I want to wish you all a very happy and safe, prosperous 2025. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Pisces, and I shall talk to you soon. Take care. Ciao.